Okay, we're gonna have to buy. If you saw my 2025 best driver ever video, then you'll know this was something that was gonna be a hotly contested video because we were putting up the best driver I've ever owned against its 2025 potential replacement. Now I'm just gonna skip to the part of saying we're gonna have to buy some. We're gonna have to spend money. This thing absolutely crushes. So how did we get to here? Well, thankfully we're here at Atlas Academy, and what we have here is the ability to test, which I am so grateful for, because this place absolutely crushes when it comes to being able to test crazy ideas. And basically any idea you want for fitting. Now what makes this driver unique and makes my setup unique, if you haven't watched my video already, I play a 12-degree driver, AI Smoke Max, turned down 2 degrees because I have the Tour Cog on my Ventus 6X, weight in the toe, and I add a little extra weight behind the face. That's the one thing I love about the Callaway lineup. I've had the weights since I owned the Maverick, like 5 years ago. Basically what I love is that the weights, they change color, but they don't change in terms of size. So once you have the Callaway weights, you can then just, through all the generations, make the adjustments from behind the face. And all this allows me to do is add more weight behind the face to drop the spin, because for a max, more forgiving driver, typically you're gonna throw the MOI more in the back. I add a little more weight to the front, it drops the spin, makes life great. Now, that driver did amazing for me. And I honestly did not think it was gonna be able to be replaced. However, I did leave a little window in the AI Smoke video, which I did say it was safe until the ELYTE came out. And then this thing absolutely beat the wheels off of it, okay? So let's get into the 2025 ELYTE and why this thing absolutely slaps. First thing, guys, at address, this might be the best looking driver I've ever seen. I'm gonna be honest, they absolutely smashed it. The crown, the size, the ELYTE looks bigger than the Smoke at address. The black carbon with the accent, like 10 out of 10. When I look down at the ball, this just gives me supreme confidence. Number 2, the feel off the face reminds me of how good the Rogue used to feel. In my opinion, the Rogue was the best feeling Callaway driver of the last few generations. And then as they moved into Paradigm and AI Smoke, the face felt very hard. It felt very hard off the face. I didn't love that, but at the same time, the performance is so good, I'm willing to make that concession. I don't know what they did with this, but the face now feels like that sweet feeling that the Rogue had, but still with like all the pop that the newer versions have. So that feels great. And then there's the performance element. Guys, I'm gonna play some clips right now of me hitting the ball. I'm swinging this 2 to 3 miles per hour faster. My ball speeds are up. I touched 175 ball speed, and I haven't touched 175 ball speed for a while. I'm in the midst of a bunch of swing tweaks, but I'm just gonna roll some clips right now of a bunch of drivers back to back and just marvel. That's very good. That's awesome. As you can see, this thing just feels easy to hit. So this is the ELYTE 12 degree. I have the weight in the toe. This is very important to me to have the weight in the toe. 12 degree head, turn down 2 degrees, and then I'm testing different weights here. I had a 10-gram weight behind the head to help drop the spin. And that combination, I was able to commit to my fade and see path numbers that I do not see with this. And this is slower swing speed, peak height is higher, and spin is higher. I'm not getting any knuckleballs with this, but I'm not getting any super flary ones either in terms of high spin. I hit a couple that hit like 3,000 RPMs, but they were like safety RPMs. And part of the reason why too, I use a higher lofted driver turned down is that 1, I want the face angle, and 2, my issue is I seem to strip spin off the ball when it comes to a driver. I'm not sure what it is about my mechanics or what I do, but if I use any less loft, two problems come into play. I start to hang back in my swing a ton as I try and deliver more loft, and then I just seem to strip spin off of it, and so I get these crazy knuckleballs that I just don't want to have to deal with. This driver allowed me to find that discovery of turning a 12-degree head down and what that can do, but I feel like this now makes me offensive with my driver again, which I felt like I had with this, but now in contrast, this feels so good. Even the build, like in my driver video, I was raving about how good this whole setup felt. It feels even more harmonious with this. They nailed it. Like, and I know, when this first came out, I'm gonna be honest, me and a couple people were like, I'm not sure what the look, like I'm not sure what they're doing. And if you listen to like the Equipment Junkie, he kind of said this too. He did a whole thing on TikTok where he was basically saying like Callaway kind of throws us off with some of the looks, but I don't know, in person, it looks amazing. And I'll tell you, this crown, like when I stand over the ball with this driver, the way it feels, the way it performs, the whole package gives me a ton of confidence, and that feels great. And as you guys can see from the clips I keep playing and the performance, it's awesome. Now, I did, through this testing, put the AI smoke back in and back-to-back head-to-head test, and I could not replicate the same numbers with this. And I've tested this over the course of multiple days, but here are some clips of me hitting the smoke. My swing speed is down, my ball speed's down, and in some cases my spin is way up. And it just doesn't feel as good. This feels off the face what I got out of the Rogue Triple Diamond that I had, that I loved, but I started to not be able to play it because of changes in my swing and it just doesn't work. And it's a 9-degree head, the Triple Diamond, so I'll strip and spin off of it, not ideal. But I love the feel of that driver. This gives me the feel of that driver. It gives me a look that I love. Even the face angle looks better with this than it does with this. Like when I had them down at the ball, this just looks like I can do what I need to do with it. So, hats off to Callaway. They absolutely smashed it. Unfortunately, the AI smoke, as good as it was, and as good as the theme song that I made for it was, because I really did like that theme song, this is getting benched. Now I still need to test this outside. But, if I'm hitting it this good in the simulator, which is typically where I hit driver the worst, right? If I'm hitting it good here, I highly doubt this thing is not going to work outside. There's still the potential that this can still win, but I'm highly doubtful that in my worst environment when it comes to ball striking, I'm hitting it better, that I'm going to now take this outside and not be able to hit it. So I think we've got our 2025 winners so far. Unfortunately, AI Smoke, you've been benched. ELYTE, welcome to the bag. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.